What's poppin', everybody? We back once again for another week of real talk. My name is Desmond J. Carter. I am the DJ. Got my man Ty in the booth doing the controls. We over here in downtown Lorraine on Broadway in the One Vision recording studio. Shout out to my establishment, the Lifestyle Studio right next door. This is a serious media hub. We in the beginning stages of a lot of different things, but we're trying to get a positive message out to the public through a lot of different avenues: music, advertising, clothing, youth groups. We're doing a lot of things over here. So shout out to Since1974 radio.com for getting everything popping. As far as what we're doing here on a weekly basis, I'm going to be talking about a lot of different topics. It's a lot of different things going on into the world. Me personally, I don't consider myself a politician. I'm currently trying to become the mayor of my city. It's a tall task. Nobody seems to think that I could do it, but it's really not about me at the end of the day. It's about the people, and that's why we're doing this. We're getting the message out to the whole world about Lorain, Ohio, about Ohio itself. On the rebound. Everybody knows about the Rust Belt.
I read somewhere the other day that this was called Cleveland is the official comeback city.
The official comeback city.
Yeah, that's what they calling it. This is the comeback city.
Wow.
Said, okay.
I mean, I kind of like that.
All right, then.
I do like that. I like that a lot. You know, that's a whole nother made me think about a whole nother topic among itself. The relationship between Cleveland and Lorain. And you know, Lorain kind of being like a little brother to the city of Cleveland. And you know, what's really the best way to approach that? Me, you know, I look at it like we are a smaller version of Cleveland. When you look at the things that Cleveland has and you look at the things that we have, it's pretty much very similar, but we're just on a smaller scale. So I would promote embracing that. Not to say that we are lesser, because you know, you put us up against each other in a certain competition, you might not know who's gonna win, but we are all stronger when we can recognize our similarities and come together for those similarities, you know. So, and especially as much support as people in this area give the Cleveland sports teams, it would be nice to see, you know, those Cleveland sports teams give back to our area a little bit and, you know, represent the whole Lorain County. But one thing that I tell people all the time is that Lorain County, you know, we have a potential to be a major market. You know, if we all came together and repped Lorain County, you got a lot of people. And then you might start to see some different things sprout up that you might not think would be possible. Different maybe a semi-pro team or something like that to represent Lorain County. You know, I don't think you'll ever get anything like on an NBA level or nothing like that. But, you know, I don't know if anybody's familiar with the Avon Crushers Stadium out there. You know, that's pretty dope. You know, we could see some more things like that coming through. Much respect to the Avon Crushers, what they got going out there. Shout out to the Lorain County Nightmares. I forgot to do my shout out list for this week. I told myself last week I was gonna make a list, but maybe I'm gonna write that down. But see, I guess that's what I'm actually doing right now, is making a list right here, reminding myself of some different things that I need to do housekeeping wise, to make this the best internet radio show ever. See, that's where I need right there. I need to watch. I'm about to get all of my sounds together, and I think y'all gonna like what we put together over here. You know, I'm gonna get some guests. Y'all gotta hit me up through the email. IamThaDJ at gmail.com. Hit me up on Twitter, IamThaDJ. Make sure you spell it correctly. It's IamThaDJ. The is spelled THA. That is for the highly acclaimed. Because I come very highly acclaimed on this DJ shit. Woo! Woo! Yes. Yes. I come very highly acclaimed on this DJ shit. Obama! Call me the Obama of DJs. I get very presidential behind. Actually, I don't even get behind the ones and twos. You know, I don't really like saying that. I like saying that, but I really don't do that because, you know, I don't use traditional turntables. It's a lot of DJs out there that will bring the turntables out, but they doing everything off their laptop, and you never really see them fuck with the turntables. So to me, that's fake, you know. There's aesthetic qualities to having it out there. It makes you, you know, look good. It makes the whole thing seem more legit. But at the end of the day, it's about the music, you know. So be real about it. As long as you're playing good music, people, you know, people don't care what you got back there. They don't know the difference between a Vestax or a fucking Hercules. None of that shit, man. They don't care. But to get into the topic of the show this week, I want to talk about violence. Violence.
Touché.
Oh yeah, it's a serious topic. You know, there's a lot of different aspects to it. Specifically, over the weekend, you had 56 people who were shot in Chicago, 28 in Baltimore, and how many was that in Flint, you told me?
At least 17.
At least 17 shot in Flint, Michigan. Which is a time.
We didn't look up the Cleveland or Lorraine area, but I know it was some stuff that popped off around this area too over the weekend.
Wow. You know, I really don't honestly read too much of the local news around here. I consider the source from where I get all my news from, so I try to be as careful as possible with the things that I allow to penetrate my brain, because once something enters, it gets hard to get it out and to keep it from influencing you in different types of ways and how you think about things or different people. And as far as media sources that reach a lot of people in our area in Lorain County, there are not that many. So within organizations, sometimes some biases may exist here or there, and you know, I don't want that to cloud my impression of anyone. So I'm careful about what I read. But back to those statistics: 56 shot in Chicago, which has been experiencing. I mean, honestly, I don't know when all this stuff really started, but I know it's been for a couple years now.
You know what, man? I'm gonna say this because I went home a couple weeks ago for Mother's Day, I think it was.
Okay.
And when I was there, I was like, man, you know what? I hate coming home. Every time I come home, it's either raining or it's snowing. And the homie was like, shit, man, around here the rain is the sunshine. He said when the sunshine come out, motherfuckers get mad, get angry, and get to shooting and fighting. And
wow.
I sat back and I thought about it for a minute, and I was like, you know what? It is peaceful and calm around here. It's just rain. But man, it just made so much sense. Like, damn, we so backwards.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Damn. That's deep right there. I know around here, once the sun comes out, you know, in Lorain County, starts to get warmer later into the night, you start to see people just out in the streets all night, you know. And I keep late nights. Some people say that nothing good happens after such and such time, but I don't really buy into that, you know. The idea that honestly, the idea of morning and day and time and constructs like that, you can exist outside of that, you know, dictated based on what your lifestyle is. I know people who morning to them, they wake up at 3:00 p.m. That's morning time. Then they don't go to sleep until 7:00 when you waking up. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I don't judge people when I see them out late. I don't judge them. I don't judge them. But people come out more, and just by percentage, when you got more people out, more people interacting, doing different things, you know, you're gonna have an increase in activity. And if you have a lot of violent individuals who are looking for a reason to get violent things happen. But in these cities specifically, I know with Chicago, it's been going on for a couple years now. You get a lot of it glorified by and you know what, let me stop myself right there, and I'm gonna check myself, because I don't think these cats really glorify it in the music. I'm talking about your Chief Keiths, Dirk, Mouse, these guys, Lil J, out in Chicago, also known as Chirac. I think they just reporting from the front lines. This shit is real. You can look at them and you can say, oh, you know, but they not putting themselves on MTV. They don't have that power to do that. They just making the music, and then it's people saying, oh, we can profit off of this, and also, you know, they gonna get them some money too. But you wouldn't be seeing it, you know, if it wasn't some other influential people who wanted you to be seeing it, and that's for sure. But so like I was gonna say, these guys, I don't think they necessarily glorify it, but they report about it in the music.
And they so young.
Yeah, these cats, you know, I was listening to it. It was like a 13-year-old or something, and you know, and I know little dudes like that. You know, I know little dudes like that, 13, 16, and that's the lifestyle that they grew up in. It's getting to the point. Okay, this is where we gotta look at it. Like, okay, there was a generation of people, you know, around my age, a little bit older than me, okay, a little bit younger than me maybe. You had this generation of people who grew up in this culture with the gangster rap and, you know, mad violence in the movies. And you had access to all these video games and just different modes of getting these violent thoughts into your head. And also, you know, you had the drugs, you had the crack, you had and not just with the drugs, but the sentences that came with the drugs in the inner city. So you had all these cats growing up without fathers, without stable households. Mothers might be missing because of drugs or whatever. And now we are starting to see the seeds of those people, the people who grew up in that, before that first round. Now we seeing the second round of this crack Reaganomics war on drugs culture, to where, you know, you went from people just being immersed in it through television and through movies and in video games, but now they're living that shit, because these young cats grew up with dudes who was emulating what they was seeing on TV and from a distance. But now these young guys, they growing up now they seeing the guns everywhere, and they like, oh, I gotta have a gun then. This is regular. This is normal to walk around with guns. And I mean, if you have a gun, the logical next step is to shoot somebody. You know, that's why I don't understand why people get so confused about the shooting statistics. What the fuck you think people doing with all these guns? It's a lot of guns out here. My dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. My mom, guns was totally off for my mom. You know, I had uncles that got shot, so guns was never an option. So they kind of just, you know, that don't really exist to me. I'm not about that life. I'm not. Just keep it real.
Okay, I mean, as an American citizen, you know, you
yes,
you have the right to bear arms.
It's the right. I've been contemplating.
And you're a business owner.
Yes, absolutely. I know. I've been contemplating.
You have to protect yourself because we
at
live
all
in a
times.
crazy ass world.
I know. We do. You absolutely right. You know. So, and this is where the conversation's going. You know, because I don't have a whole lot of knowledge about these things. So my dude was just telling me the other day that I could walk in the Super K and buy a shotgun. Mm-hmm. Just no license, no nothing.
All you gotta be is 18.
18. You know what I'm saying?
Have an ID.
And have an ID. Mm-hmm. And you can just walk into a Super K.
You know what though? The thing about guns and stuff, I said this a long time ago, maybe. I think I said this after Columbine happened, which was a long time ago now. If bullets wasn't so cheap, we wouldn't have the problems that we have.
Right.
But it's not the guns that kill people; it's the bullets. And you can go buy 100 bullets, about $17.
Right.
So what that say that the price of a life is that one bullet can kill you? Yeah. Costs about maybe 79 cents.
Man, I was talking about that. I don't know who or what we was talking about, but that's what I was thinking about. The price of a bullet. Yeah.
Price, right. If a box of bullets costs you $250, you gonna cherish them bullets.
yeah. You would think twice about it.
It's like throwing gold at somebody. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna hit you. I ain't gonna just spray.
But man, I'm gonna tell you what. I feel like. I feel like there's this movie. It's called Doing Hard Time. If anybody out there want to check out this movie, it's called Doing Hard Time. It got Boris Kojo in it, and I can't remember the other dude, man. I think his name is Michael.
It's the dude from The Wire, ain't it? The dude with the scar on his face.
Yeah, it is him, man. But he had hair in that movie. What is that nigga name, man? Hold on, let me get my laptop trusty.
Well, why don't you think about it? Let's get into a couple tracks.
We're gonna come back to you with that one. Let's get into some music.
All right, we got D. Pratt, Busy Being Me, coming up right here on Since1974Radio.com, the home of the Midwest best independent hip hop and R&B. Let's go.
Hate me because I'm way too busy to give a fuck. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I know that soon I'll have to make some changes. But right now I'm just busy being me. Yeah, I'm so busy being me. Yeah, now I'm so busy being me. Sometimes I barely sleep. Wide awake like Katy Perry. Sometimes I don't even eat. But it's not because I'm hungry. It's because I'm grinding, and I know that I am destined to be shining. I'm a diamond in the dirt, and they found me in the rough. I done been better, I've been worse, yeah. And until the day they put me in a hearse, I continue living life, verse by verse, and line by line, like a live bait fisher. Even if you had no eyes, you could see the big picture. Sometimes I wish I could go back in time, but I learned a valuable lesson from Mr. Marty McFly. See, if we went back in time, changed something in our lives, then we wouldn't be the same as we are at the present time. Yeah, so I would never change, and I'ma always be the same, man. And I don't give a damn if you don't like me, love me, or hate me, because I'm way too busy to give a fuck. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. And I know that soon I'll have to make some changes. But right now I'm just busy being me. Yeah, I'm so busy being me. Yeah. See, I'm as busy as can be, running circles round these squares till they dizzy as can be. Yeah, I got a lot of problems, I can't let it get to me. Every day I'm living life just like I'm making history. Yeah. See, I'm as busy as can be, running circles round these squares till they dizzy as can be. Yeah, I got a lot of problems, I can't let it get to me. Every day I'm living life just like I'm making history. Yeah, and it feels so good when you're doing what you want to. Yeah, and it feels so good when you're living like you're supposed to. Yeah, so fuck what everybody told you. Be what you want, go where you want, do what you want to do. Live your life on your own terms, no one owns you. And if they don't like it, just say I don't give a damn. If you don't like me, love me, or hate me, because I'm way too busy to give a fuck. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. And I know that soon I'll have to make some changes. But right now I'm just busy being me. Yeah, I'm so busy being me. See, I'm as busy as can be, running circles round these squares till they dizzy as can be. Yeah, I got a lot of problems, I can't let it get to me. Every day I'm living life just like I'm making history. Yeah. See, I'm as busy as can be, running circles round these squares till they dizzy as can be. Yeah, I got a lot of problems, I can't let it get to me. Every day I'm living life just like I'm making history. Yeah, and it feels so good when you're doing what you want to. Yeah, and it feels so good when you're living like you're supposed to. Living like you're supposed to. Living like you're supposed to.
From Since1974radio.com. If you would like to have your music heard here on the dopest playlist on the web, nothing but Midwest independent artists, send your MP3s along with the name of the artist and the name of the song to show at Since1974radio.com. Show at Since1974radio.com. It's just that easy. Send me an email, I get it on. Just that easy. Ty House, peace out. Since1974radio.com. You are now rocking with the hottest Midwest playlist on the web, Since1974radio.com, home of the Midwest best independent hip-hop and R&B.
Who do you think that you are? Who do you think that you is? Who do you think that you are? Who do you think that you is? I ain't got the fucking time to be playing with nobody's kids. Tell me, who do you think that you are? Who do you think that you are? Tell me just who do you think that you is? Who do you think that you are? Tell me just who do you think that you are? Who do you think that you is? I ain't got the fucking time to be playing with nobody's kids. Tell me, who do you think must not know me. Well, let me introduce you to Pacino. Born and raised where they body for the sea, no. I be riding dope, like I'm on a cop. Saying one miss, you hit one shot. Got a team full of beats like a wolf pack. And they moving nothing less than a couple stacks. So where that money at? Ride for my bitches or nothing at all. Together we standing, divided we fall. You can act like a fool, but you know my damn name. Might have a couple dollars, but you still a damn lame. You ain't shit, and that'll never change, no. Before I build with a snake, I sell dope. You ain't never been real like a counterfeit. And I ain't even mad about it, cause I figured it. All like I talk, ain't no fraud in my blood. Where was you when I needed you, showing no love? No love, that shit dead is swept under the rug. I will never forget it, I don't need no hug. I just know what it is now. Fuck that, I just know how to live now. All you motherfuckers really running is that mouth. Got me looking like, who do you think that you are? Who do you think that you is? Who do you think that you are? Who do you think that you is? I ain't got the fucking time to be playing with nobody's kids. Tell me, who do you think that you are? Who do you think that you are? Tell me just who do you think that you are? Who do you think that you are? Tell me just who do you think that you are? Who do you think that you is? I ain't got the fucking time to be playing with nobody's kids. Tell me, who do you think that you are?
I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence. I mean, come on. I don't even listen to the music, I just snatch an instrumental and I put my pencil to it. And I'm sure this song was decent, but that depends on who views it. And I know you thought he beasted, but this animal's abusive. I'm running with the cheetahs and I'm leaving with the cougars. The grown and sexy have you at home already, ain't she hooking that food up? It's good with Gouda. Rubber booty, hit the Buddha, then switching the Kama Sutra. My armor shoot your piss to the armor shooter, damn. 6 in the morning, I'm gorgeous. Look in the mirror, jump back and kiss myself, cause I'm awesome, damn. 6 in the morning, I'm gorgeous. Look in the mirror, jump back and kiss myself, cause I'm awesome, damn. So hot, but won't break a sweat. I multiply when I'm making bread. That dough rise, and that's that shit I don't mind. I might take my time, or fuck rhyme and just save my breath. Get away, may fake my death like Red Fox. Really at home playing Xbox, now stress a lot, I just kick back. Twist that, right song, right or wrong. Sharp like I brought my knife along. Feel bad for the next guy using this mic I'm on. I mean, come on, look at me. How could I be wrong? I mean, come on, look at me. How could I be wrong? I'm in my zone. Go. 6 in the morning, I'm gorgeous. Look in the mirror, jump back and kiss myself, cause I'm awesome, damn. 6 in the morning, I'm gorgeous. Look in the mirror, jump back and kiss myself, cause I'm awesome. I don't even listen to the music, I just snatch an instrumental when I put my pencil to it. And I'm sure this song was decent, but that depends on who views it. And I know you thought he beasted, but this animal's abusive. I'm running with the cheetahs and I'm leaving with the cougars. The grown and sexy have you at home already, ain't she hooking that food up? It's good with Gouda. Rubber booty, hit the Buddha, then switching the Kama Sutra. My armor shoot your piss through the armor shooter, blam. 6 in the morning, I'm gorgeous. Look in the mirror, jump back and kiss myself, cause I'm awesome, damn. 6 in the morning, I'm gorgeous. Look in the mirror, jump back and kiss myself, cause I'm awesome, damn. 6 in the morning, I'm gorgeous. Look in the mirror, jump back and kiss myself, cause I'm awesome, damn. 6 in the morning, I'm gorgeous. Look in the mirror, jump back and kiss myself, cause I'm awesome, damn.
You're listening to Since1974 Radio.com on the MSC Radio Network.
And you are now back with the DJ. Desmond Carter in the building. Right before we went to that break, we were talking about the cat that plays on The Wire. His name is Michael K. Williams. Long story short, though, he's in a movie with Boris Kodjoe, and he kills Boris Kodjoe's child, gets locked up. He does it on accident. It's a car accident. Boris Kodjoe then assaults a cop so he can get locked up and go kill this man who is now in prison for killing his daughter. And at the end of the movie, what happens is when they end up making a fake gun. Not even a fake gun, it's a real gun, but they make a gun out of paper. And Boris Kodjoe ends up getting shot. And you know, the whole thing behind that is just, we was talking about, you know, how expensive bullets are. And even if bullets were, you know, more expensive, what would people still, you know, treat them just like it's nothing to dump a clip? If it didn't, if it cost you $250 to do it, would that be different?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, cause you gotta think about how much crime happened. I'm just gonna say in the hood.
Yes, sir.
For less than $50, $75.
Right.
$10.
Right.
Stamp.
Right.
Oh, you know what I'm saying?
right.
A bunch of bullshit.
Right.
Now, if I gotta pay $250 for a bullet,
right,
to shoot a motherfucker
right.
over $50,
right. Right. Damn.
I'm gonna be like, man, I'm gonna throw a rock at your ass or something.
But that, you know, that brings me to a good point. We was talking about you know, the marijuana. I was talking to one of my dudes about marijuana legalization, and you know, we discussed it, and you know, a lot of people, even when it ain't if, when we get to the point when anybody, you know, 18, when you can walk into a store, specialty shop, wherever it is,
I'm gonna tell you, it's a lovely thing. It's a lovely experience. It's a life-changing experience to be able to walk in a store and see the stuff just.
See, I'm glad. See, I haven't had the pleasure. I have not had the pleasure. But see, this is what I want to know. What you think about this? Mm-hmm. I think a lot of cats is still gonna get it the same way they've been getting it their whole life. Mm-hmm. You know, because it's always gonna be a street market. Mm-hmm. You're not gonna be able to take the streets out, because a lot of cats, you gonna have to show ID for it.
There's ways around it, but the thing about the legalization of marijuana, that any of the states that's legal for recreational or medicinal use,
right,
I tell you, is it allows more people to grow legally. And that's the catch of it. Everybody can grow legally. But what they don't tell you is that the streets get a lot more hectic when everybody got marijuana. It's a lot more robbing going on. It's a lot more kick doors popping off. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of kidnapping going on.
You're saying for cats that's trying to do their own little growery movement.
It get hectic, man.
Yeah.
Because everybody get that license and they feel like everybody can grow marijuana. Everybody can't grow good marijuana.
Right.
You got good marijuana, and I done grew some bullshit. and that's the whole key. Why is you telling anybody about your spots anyway?
Yeah.
Why is you taking anyone to see that you got 500 plants over here? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I know when you get to the point of having 500 plants, you can't do it by yourself, and you might have to hire some workers.
Right.
Like come trim time, you gonna need to hire some motherfuckers to help trim.
Yeah.
Trim. See, I think it's my expertise coming in handy.
I was gonna say, Ty, don't incriminate yourself.
Trim is a motherfucker, bro. That is a job. Motherfuckers in Cali.
Right.
When crop season roll around, motherfuckers from all over the country be headed towards Cali and Colorado for trim jobs, just to clip the leaves off the buds.
Man,
that shit is hectic.
A beautiful thing right there, though, man. That's
hectic.
That's the type of shit that should be going on, man. This country, man. I did a research project. I did a speech on how marijuana became illegal in the first place.
Bullshit.
Man, did I find out some bullshit.
You found out some bullshit.
And it's crazy. It's crazy because the bullshit started even before I could start doing the research. Now, this is 10 years ago. And I told the professor what the premise of my speech was gonna be, and she said, "No, you can't do it." I said, "Excuse you? Like this isn't 6th grade.
Freedom of speech.
Like freedom of
Freedom of speech,
in a
bitch.
speech-
This is internet radio, bitch.
in a speech class." In a speech class, she gonna have the nerve to tell me, I don't have freedom of speech to talk about, marijuana and how it became illegal, and I didn't tell her, never in my life, in a educational environment, ever have I come across as unintelligent or somebody that's gonna put something forward that, is gonna make a mockery or something, or come at it from a angle that would not be beneficial towards the classroom. I ain't gonna say ever, because I used to do some clown ass shit when I was in high school. I did, but in college it got a lot more professional because you paying for that, and that's a whole nother. We gonna do a whole show on the college topic. But as far as back to the marijuana, they used all types of slander to get it illegalized. There was a medical doctor, I believe from the American Medical Association, that testified in front of the Supreme Court at one of the major hearings before the Marijuana Tax Act, and they said, they saw no problem with it for real, and that it actually potentially could have benefits, but it was not the monster creating drug that the mainstream media was making it out to be, because they was out there like, these niggers is smoking the weed and the jazz musicians, and they're smoking, and then they take our women, and that's been a rallying cry for several groups throughout the history of free African Americans.
Sorry, white people, you should look around. We have fucked all your women. I'm Tyrone, and I'm looking to fuck one of your women's long dick style.
I look forward to a more carnal world, to where eventually, you just got people, but we a long ways away from that. So in the meantime, I as a severe minority, a lot of times I speak on black people needing to come together more often, and some white people, when they hear that, okay, they get so scared when they hear black power, you feel me, or black people unite, they hear like down with the white man. Those are two different things,
See, that's the same way that the KKK feel.
Oh,
like, we not talking bad about black people. We just promoting white supremacy. We just promoting our own kind. That's how they try to spin it.
But then that all goes away. That all goes away when they get the cross burning, and you can't mistake it.
I don't understand what that got to do with
what
us.
that got to do with the cross burn.
Yeah.
It's just some old school shit. It's why do Santa Claus wear the red hat? You know what I mean? It's just one of them things that you could hear 10 different reasons why they do it, but at the end of the day, they just do it because that's what they do. That's what they've been doing.
Right.
That's what my granddaddy did. That's what his granddaddy did. We're gonna burn some crosses. Get these niggas out of here.
Ain't that some shit?
Yeah, that's, what I mean.
That shit run niggas out too. Like, fuck that, man. They burnt the cross in my front yard. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Man,
shit like a poltergeist or some shit.
Man, for real, man. I gotta tell the world, man. I be going through a lot of minor, what seemed minor to me, because I'm 28. I'll be 29 in August, and over the last 10 years of my life, I've lost a lot of good friends. I've lost dudes to senseless acts of violence. I've had friends that died in the military in action, combat, casualties. Happy Memorial Day, belated to you. Rest in peace, Eric Barnes, Luis Torres. Moment of silence for my brothers. But you know, I value life more than anything, and I feel blessed to wake up every day. So I go through a lot of shit that some people, you know, it might seem like major, and you know, to me those are like minor inconveniences to me. You know, over the last couple months, I've had my furnace go out. My furnace still don't work. I spent the whole month of March and April when it was still cold with no heat in my house. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You know, the space heater became my best friend. Yeah, we gotta keep that one on deck. Yeah, let's try that again. Let's try it again. No, I'm gonna set the whole thing up. So for the last couple of months, since from the end of February all the way through April, when it was still cold, my furnace was broke and I had no heat. Yeah, and I said, because you know what I mean, I'm not rich, you know, I be struggling, you know what I'm saying. My and now my hot water tank just went out on me. So I've been having to go to people's houses to take showers, and you know what I'm saying. I got the main water valve. Now this shit is getting fixed within the next couple of days. Don't get it twisted. But I'm just saying, like, these things, they suck. But those are like the worst things in life that happened to me. You know what I mean? So I feel pretty blessed.
Older the berry, the sweeter the juice.
Nigga, it's the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
Yeah, well, yeah. She blacker than the motherfucker, too.
So, you know, I feel blessed for the most part. And I think we live in a great place here in Northeast Ohio. It's a lot of opportunity. And I think that's one of the unique things about me is how optimistic I am. I look at things differently than a lot of people do. Where a lot of people see desolation and nothing, you know, I look at that as opportunity. That's all it is opportunity. You know, you got to find ways to take a negative and turn it into a positive, because you have the power to do that. So you can either, you know, just accept that something sucks and be a part of the suck, or you could suck it up and you know, do something different, make something positive happen. I did want to touch on this. While I was on break, I was going through some things on my Facebook feed. And this is something that I want to tell everybody out in the whole world, whoever is listening right now. When you on Facebook, okay, and you see a story about something, before you click that share button, check out the website.
Or at least read the shit.
You know, you ain't, and this is what I'm telling you, ain't even gotta read. I ain't even asking you to read it. I ain't asking you to read it. All I'm asking you to read is the website. Okay? And if the website, there's a couple of red flags for the website. First of all, if the website contains something that is not a word, or not like something not recognizable, like what the fuck? Hold on, man. Let me pull this up. Figure out what this shit just said.
While he pulling it up, if one more you motherfuckers tag me in a Walmart or a Shell gas station, I'm gonna knock on your house personally and use your computer to unfriend me.
That's always fun. Yeah, watch it. Stop getting your accounts hacked and all that nonsense. That's a whole nother show, the Facebook show. But it just pissed me off because I just seen something. It was a story, and I was like, you know, it was about violence. It was going along with what we have been talking about.
50-33, Cleveland is ahead.
Yeah.
5 minutes left in the second quarter. For those of you that's tuned in and not watching the game, salute.
I'm gonna put in my little 2 cents about LeBron too.
Did we discuss the little situation that went down here in Cleveland over the weekend?
With the elbow?
No, with the officer being acquitted.
No. We gotta get there. So yeah, let me. I'm gonna get off that shit. But yeah, just make sure before you share a story, look at the website. You know, if it's not something recognizable, if it's not a reputable news source like a local news station or a newspaper or a CNN, NBC, you know, look at the website before you share that shit, because when you share bullshit, you are so much a part of the problem of the world, you know, and you're not making it better. But like Ty was just saying, we were talking about violence before, and I was talking about those numbers in Chicago and in Baltimore, specifically in Baltimore.
Downtown Cleveland, y'all.
Everybody be safe out there tonight, for sure. But you know, this is what would you say? And it's crazy because George Zimmerman really isn't he's not a police officer. He was a fake ass trying to be an authority figure in the neighborhood, you know.
That nigga wasn't even a security guard.
You couldn't even call him a rent-a-cop because he was below a rent-a-cop.
You know what that nigga was? That nigga was a motherfucking neighbor.
Man, he was like a
stayed in the neighborhood.
You know who he was? I'll tell you who he was. He was the motherfucker in if you ever seen The Dark Knight, okay, the new Batman, one of the new Batman movies. I think it was either the first new one or the second one with Christian Bale. And it was motherfuckers that was dressed up like Batman. Like, and they was, you know, they came through trying to look like Batman, and they got their ass. That's who George Zimmerman is. He the motherfucker that thinks he was doing something, you know.
So he was what's the motherfucker, kick ass before he made the shit.
Yes. But he was a kick asshole. You know what I'm saying? And you see motherfuckers is at George Zimmerman, man. I don't think he gonna make it to 2020, man.
Shot or some shit.
Yeah, man, but he always come out on top somehow, man. He cause you know he always got it with him. You know what I'm saying? You know he always packing, and you know George Zimmerman has become the spokesman for like all racist white dudes with guns. Like, he is their hero. You know what I'm saying? Like, they are literally funding his life. You know what I mean? That's how he got money to live. Like, ain't nobody gonna hire George Zimmerman.
His ass still in the same place. He's still in.
He all over, man. He's Carmen Sandiego. Where in the world?
Hold on. This latest
George
incident
Zimmerman?
say they almost got him in the head.
Yeah, but almost. They didn't get him. He had to swerve Matrix.
He said George Zimmerman suffered minor injuries in a shooting incident.
Zimmerman.
Lake Mary. The shooting involved Zimmerman and a man identified as Mike Apariso, a Seminole County man. Zimmerman flagged down officers shortly after the incident. He say Zimmerman wasn't the shooter. Zimmerman was hit in the face with glass and debris. Somebody got at Zimmerman ass.
Yeah, man. I'm telling I don't wish ill on anybody, but just my personal assessment of the situation. I just don't see. Since the incident with Trayvon Martin has happened, there's been at least 3 or 4 times when somebody's tried to shoot this dude, or he's been in a fight or something. Like,
tried to shoot didn't his wife try to shoot him or something?
Or he got into a domestic violence incident with her or something. I mean, it's not looking good for him, and God forbid he ever gets locked up, man. Because they gonna really have to.
Hey, the dude that shot at him looked like DJ Joey.
Because it was a white dude, right? Yeah. Shout out to DJ Joey, man. I say,
salute DJ Joey.
I salute you, man. I got respect for all the DJs and everybody from Lorraine that's doing their thing. But as far as Lorraine DJs go, shout out to Raheem, shout out DJ Flacco and DJ Joey. Much respect. If y'all don't know about DJ Joey, ask somebody. It's a real guy. But aside from, we was talking about the violence, and you got people shooting people. You got white people shooting white people. You got black people shooting black people. You got black people shooting white people. You got Puerto Ricans shooting Puerto Ricans. You got Asians shooting Indians. You got everybody shooting everybody. Okay, now when you see it on the news, you might see most of the times it's black on black crime. But if you peel that back a couple layers and you really look at everything, everybody's shooting everybody. We just talked about an incident where a white guy was shooting at George Zimmerman, who I believe, ain't he like Mexican or something?
Right. Then you had the bikers in Texas. They killed 9 people. And they don't even want to talk about that shit on the news.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, I can't even, and it's becoming like, I can't remember like the exact first time, but I remember, the era when I heard about a car bomb overseas, and it was just like, damn, or you heard about, a suicide bomber, somebody just strapping a bomb to their backpack and going in and it just was like, damn, that shit don't even make the news no more. Like that happens, that became everyday type shit.
And this is kind of like along the lines of the subject of what you're talking about right now. Over the past week, going back to maybe last Tuesday, right about the time where this whole biker incident jumped off in Texas, where 170 bikers was locked up, 9 people shot and killed, and like another 75 people injured.
So this is like biker gang versus biker gang, or what was going on?
Yeah, man, the banditos against the I can't remember their name, and I ain't gonna say the wrong thing because I don't want to come up here and have me hemmed up because I'm gonna kill at least 3 of y'all. But, so yeah, man, they met up at a restaurant down in Texas, man, and then got into a big ass brawl. Like I say, 170 bikers end up getting locked up, and they stashed guns and knives and everything all over the restaurant. And you know what the big news story was?
That what came out of all that? What was it?
The news story was about the nigga in D.C. that supposedly burnt down the rich white people's house, and they say they found his DNA on a slice of pizza.
So that's what they led with. It wasn't that.
It wasn't the bikers. 170 bikers. One of the bikers was black. So this is 160 white folks.
But no, it had to be some Hispanic people. Texas.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Banditos.
We put some Hispanics in there too. But they led off with the one nigga in D.C. that they found his DNA on some pizza in a burnt up house. Like,
that's terrible.
How did you find some DNA on a burnt up slice of pizza? For real, I'm talking about. They tracked this nigga down for 2 or 3 days, man. They did not want to talk about nothing but this one dude who supposedly had took this rich family hostage and stabbed them and took $40,000 and ended up killing 4 of them and burnt their house down. I mean, I understand that that's bad.
Yeah.
But you had 170 bikers shooting at each other in a restaurant with kids and stuff all over the place.
Yeah.
Where 9 people were killed. And then hold up, this was the thing that burned me after it was all over, because during the incident, the police ended up killing, of the 9 people that died, the police ended up killing like 4 or 5 of the bikers. The bikers got to threatening the police, like, we're gonna blow up y'all police station. Man, that's a terroristic threat. That's that's like that biker gang should be considered ISIS.
Yeah.
But you talking about this nigga in D.C. who DNA you found up on a burnt up piece of slice of pizza. Like something that's just like the rain in the sunshine, man. It's backwards.
It is.
At least make it make sense. Is my whole little thing. If you gonna do it like that, at least make it make sense. That was my rant for the day, y'all. Sorry.
But you see, it's more violence though. It's just so we was talking about that earlier for a second, before we even got on today. We was talking about why are people shooting each other because they're broke? If people had more money in their pockets, would there still be, say let's just take Chicago, Chirac for an example, because I'm just fascinated by this as a place. And it's so crazy because it's really on the news, man, and what I'm reading and seeing in these
You ever been to Chicago?
outlets. I've been there, but I've been downtown.
You wouldn't know.
You know what I'm saying? I've been downtown, so I'm like,
you wouldn't know that it's as bad as it is.
right.
It is.
Right, and I was thinking about that in the context of Cleveland, because now Cleveland, I'm very familiar with the downtown area, but also, the street areas, and the east side streets, of Cleveland. In some areas on the west side, specifically the east side, and downtown, that's night and day. So, yeah, I've been to Chicago, but I ain't been to Chirac. You know what I'm saying? That's once you get outside of the city walls. Not the city, but that downtown little bubble. When you get into the real streets where these dudes is really out here shooting each other and shit like that.
And it don't look ghetto neither, man. You'll be surprised. Like, you mean to tell me I'm in danger right now?
Right. Well, I heard that the mayor's son out there got hemmed up and shook down. And
Rahm
Emanuel.
Yeah,
son,
him dude.
His son. Look that up. His son. But
he used to be like the right hand man to Obama.
Yes, and that's the other thing about this is that it's ironic to me that right now the worst city as far as this shit is concerned in the country right now is Chicago, where he is from.
Right, he the mayor. It's the second city.
Yeah,
that's what it's considered, the second city, right behind New York. So I mean,
and I think Chicago is really
somebody attacked his son.
Yeah,
they tried to rob his son.
Yeah,
18 years old. Let me see what it says. This was back in March.
And Chicago was like the crown jewel of the Rust Belt.
I love Chicago, man.
Yeah, it when you look at your Chicago, your Detroit, Milwaukee, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Chicago is the big one.
Yep.
Out of those, and I think that's why you seeing.
I hate that Rust Belt title.
Yeah,
I really do.
Yeah, it's more like for me right now a semantical thing to where people can associate the word with the area, but I don't. That's definitely not something that I would rep or want to put on a shirt or something like that. But it makes sense though. But see, the way I look at things is, what can you do with that rust?
Damn, that's crazy, bro. That you the mayor of the city and your son get dead like that. They done snatched his phone, put him in the chokehold.
Nobody is safe in Chicago right now. But like we were saying, so let's take that scenario, and let's take every citizen. All right, we're gonna do a little social experiment, and we're gonna give $10,000 to everybody.
Didn't George Bush do something like that before he left office?
He had the little $500 banger. It was like $1,000 for married people, some shit like that. I got my 500, and hey, for real talk, man. Shout out to Bush for that stimulus package. Shout out, because I'm telling you, man, I'm running for mayor not because I'm into politics, because I go out and I vote every year, because I don't. I'm not saying that like I'm proud of it. What I'm saying is that I have not participated thus far in government because I don't believe how it's set up right now that it works properly. What happened?
Man, while I was looking at the Rob Emanuel thing, I came across something that just came across the wire today in Detroit. The chief of police urged, following key arrests and spats of weekend carjacking. Detroit Police Chief James Craig on Tuesday urged residents to be careful of their surroundings and step back from an earlier statement that he indicated he would avoid pumping gas overnight in Detroit.
Wow.
Hey, I don't blame him.
That's real,
I'm not
though.
getting out my car to pump no gas in Detroit if it's
Now
nighttime.
that's probably one of the areas that I didn't. But you know what, man?
Downtown Detroit is awesome.
It
Right around the corner.
Yeah, man. It's a shady looking area, man. But I'm gonna tell you one time, dog. This shit was funny, man. This was one of the funniest moments of my life because, you know, I've always felt like a part of like the streets, the street culture. You know, I'm by no means, I'm not like a gangster gang. I don't even know what the fuck that means. You know what I'm saying? But I be in the streets, walking around, talking to dudes, you know, that's doing whatever it is that they doing. I've been there. I done this. I done that. I'm not scared to go nowhere for real. You know, I feel like who I am as a person, you know, it's gonna stand up wherever I'm at. You know, I'm not gonna let nobody punk me. You know, you always gotta take in accountability. You might get stuck up when you don't expect it, but hey,
everything that you just said you wasn't, I am, and it's a couple places that I'm scared to go. For real, there's certain times of the day, it's certain places that in Flint where I'm from, and I'm known in every neighborhood where I pretty much know I'm good where I'm going, but I'll be like, shit, I ain't fit. It's certain places on the east side. It's certain places here in Lorraine that I'll be like, what time is it?
Right.
Maybe it might be my up and older age and got wise, and my keen senses is like, all right, this is how you avoid trouble. But bro, it's some dark corners that you. I ain't going down that one.
Man, I went to WrestleMania in Atlanta 4 years ago. Shout out to my WrestleMania crew. My three older white dudes. They're not that much older. They in their mid-30s, early 30s right now. But they're a couple years older than me. But anyway, we leave WrestleMania, which was at the Georgia Dome. And we was, long story short, we ended up walking back to the hotel. We thought we was closer to the hotel than we really was. And, you know, it's not like a straight shot. You can't. I'm like, oh, it's that way, you know, so I'm gonna just get on this street, you know, so I'm trying to navigate these dudes through Atlanta like I'm fucking Jeezy or somebody. And we get to the point to where like we like, damn, like we kind of like in the hood right now. It's like 12 o'clock at night right now, and we walking through the motherfucking hood of Atlanta right now, and nigga, I walk, you know. We walked by
in the 4th Ward. Yo, you said y'all was downtown. By,
we was
Phillips.
Yes,
you might have been in Pittsburgh,
but we walked through everything to get back to the hotel. Like we was in hoods. Like walked by we walked by a corner store.
I'm gonna tell you, in Atlanta, the one place you don't want to be at nighttime is Pittsburgh.
Man,
oh my god.
Dog.
That's right. That's like right off of downtown.
Yeah, it was some shit that was just, you know, we was moving pretty briskly, but you know, I felt like as the black dude in the group, you
had to held down.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I felt like, you know, if we encounter anything, brothers, you know, I speak the language of Jeezy. You know, I literally felt like I could just start spitting some thug motivation 101 and niggas would just be like, all right, he cool.
They was gonna rob you first. Let's go get you first. The white guys is gonna get away.
Chopper of the year. Hey. Like, hey, come on, y'all niggas don't want to do all that with me. Hey. Real niggas do real things. Real niggas do real things. You know what I'm saying, baby? Hey. It's your boy Young Jeezy. Hey. You know what I'm saying? So we walk by the corner stores, these cats sitting outside, and you know, I kind of throw them that universal. Now what I really should have did regular, you know, was just keep walking or whatever. But I was like, man, I see these niggas, they right here, you know, what's up, nigga? You know, just walking by. And they really didn't return it. Niggas was just kind of looking at me, just kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
They heard it in your voice, bro. You didn't say it like they said.
Right. Right.
Differently
like,
down there.
You know. And they
was like, that's a house nigga.
But then, right? It's Django. But after we walked a little bit further, not even that far, you know, a couple seconds after we passed them, I realized that the response that I got probably had more to do with my pink Bret Hart t-shirt that I had on and the championship belt that was around my waist.
They wanted your belt, bro.
Niggas was eyeing that belt, ain't they?
They wanted to see if you was really ready to table, ladders, and chairs. If you was really about it, Brett.
I wasn't even ready for it, man. I don't know what the fuck I'd have did, man, if it would have came down to that. But I'm glad it did, man.
And you know, we got about like 20 minutes left. I think we should get into a couple Cleveland tracks.
Let's do that.
And then we come back and we
close this one down.
Ended up with a little discussion about, you know what I'm saying, the whole situation that happened downtown.
With Michael Brelow. Yeah, let's do that.
That's his name. Fucker.
Yeah, Michael Brelow.
This is kind of like a world premiere, actually.
Of the song?
No, of this song. Yeah, it's Cleveland is a city with Lazy Bone, Corey Babes.
Man, you got that Michelle Knight track?
I do not have the Michelle Knight track.
Nah, I'm gonna let y'all into a little secret. That song was recorded where?
Here.
Where?
Here,
right?
Well, not here in
but
Studio
not here,
C,
not in
but
Studio
over in
C.
Studio B.
But in Studio B, right?
Yeah, that was
at the One Vision Recording Studios in Lorain, Ohio, right?
422 Broadway, right here. Yeah, and it's on the charts.
And it's on the charts.
It's been on People. It's been on Entertainment Tonight. You done heard it. You done seen it. I mean, the man might be over there asleep.
D-Boy.
The boy. I don't even call him D-Boy no more. I call him what Wayne Dawson called him. The boy. The boy. Hey, but you know, this got him on it. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it. This is Cleveland. Since they is whooping the hell out of Atlanta and the Indians is ahead, we might as well go on and play some theme music. You feel me?
Let's go.
Let's do it. This is Since1974Radio.com, the home of the Midwest best independent hip hop and R&B.
D-Boy made this beat.
It's your boy Young Lazy and your boy Corey Babes, man. Cleveland is the city. That's right. Cleveland is the city. Cleveland is the city where we come from. Down here in Cleveland, we be on it. Yeah, we be on it, man. In Cleveland, we be on it. You know we on it, man. It's C-L-E-D, B to the E-L-A-N-D. It's C-L-E-D, B to the E-L-A-N-D. In Cleveland, we be on it. Yeah, we be on it, man. In Cleveland, we be on it. You know we on it, man. It's C-L-E-D, B to the E-L-A-N-D.
I don't even think they heard me when I said this is a world premiere, so I had to bring it back. I don't think they heard me. Let's do it.
D-Boy made this beat.
Stand up, Cleveland. Showtime to shine. Let's go. Comeback City.
That's right. Cleveland is the city. Cleveland is the city where we come from. Down here in Cleveland, we be on it. Yeah, we be on it, man. In Cleveland, we be on it. You know we on it, man. It's C-L-E-D, B to the E-L-A-N-D. It's C-L-E-D, B to the E-L-A-N-D. In Cleveland, we be on it. Yeah, we be on it, man. In Cleveland, we be on it. You know we on it, man. It's C-L-E-D, B to the E-L-A-N-D. It's C-L-E-D, B to the E-L-A-N-D. When I'm in my city, I be bellin', I be moving with the automatic weapon. I'm riding, nigga flexing, headed no direction. Niggas don't question me when I'm sliding. CLE, we got pride with all these young niggas be dying. We on the grind and we rising, keep rising to the top, cause we giants. Everybody in my city here kin to me, cause we got Indian in the bloodline, white Puerto Rican in the Browns kind. We all at the Cavs gang prime time, getting bread every minute, no downtime. Trying to chase a dream and I found mine. Every nigga that I'm with be around crime so I passed the torch to young Thug Shine. I got 99 problems, getting rich ain't one. St. Clair 99, where the hell I'm from, I got 99 places to be. But I'ma tell you like this, little nigga, jail ain't one. Oh no, gotta hold the flag up, pulling up in my tag with my rag up. Then I drop it, Kool-Aid said drop it. Right about the time I was picking my mag up. Money in my pocket everywhere I go. I just might pop it everywhere I go. Niggas talking shit, do I care? I don't. This little L burner, yeah, bitch, I know. I'm from the CLEVELAND. I'm grinding, and I'm pushing this perfect timing. Corey coming in perfect timing. Down here in Cleveland, we be on it. Yeah, we be on it, man. In Cleveland, we be on it. You know we on it, man. It's C-L-E-V to the E-L-A-N-D. It's C-L-E-V to the E-L-A-N-D. In Cleveland, we be on it. Yeah, we be on it, man. In Cleveland, we be on it. You know we on it, man. It's C-L-E-V to the E-L-A-N-D. It's C-L-E-V to the E-L-A-N-D. Hold up. Cleveland, the city who reppin' it with me. Them Cleveland boys be grinding like lazy boss, say perfect timing. I open my mouth and be shining. I'm on 55th and I'm headed downtown. I just made my way down from up the way. I see police, I go the other way. I grab my cell phone and call Money Dre. I'm good on St. Clair and I'm cross town. I'm in East City or Superior. These other cities are inferior. Catching a body, I hope they remember ya. I'm on West 6, about to find me the best chick. Then I'm heading to exit. Then I wreck it like, man, could you pause and hold for a second? Hold up. It's Corey the B from the 8-8. Keeping it G from my head to my feet. S-C-L-E, we keeping it straight. Swinging the street, banging the heat. We changing the game and getting this dope. Hall of Fame, we rockin', we roll. O-A-I-O. No mistake, off of the lake like Rockefeller, we getting this cake. We stay doing whatever it takes. Taking these chances just to be great. Grind every day, taking no breaks. Some call it the city you hate, but Cleveland is the city where we come from. Down here in Cleveland, we be on it. Yeah, we be on it, man. In Cleveland, we be on it. You know we on it, man. It's C-L-E-V to the E-L-A-N-D. It's C-L-E-V to the E-L-A-N-D. In Cleveland, we be on it. Yeah, we be on it, man. In Cleveland, we be on it. You know we on it, man. It's C-L-E-V to the E-L-A-N-D. It's C-L-E-V to the E-L-A-N-D. Down here in Cleveland. Down here in Cleveland. We from Cleveland. L-E-V-E-L-A-N-D. We from Cleveland. L-E-V-E-L-A-N-D. Cleveland. We from Cleveland. We from Cleveland. L-E-V-E-L-A-N-D. Cleveland is the city where we come from.
www.since1974radio.com.
Same bitches, different city, but I'm with the same bitches. Same bitches, different city, but I'm with the same bitches. I've been getting money with the same bitches, and every time you see me with the same bitches. I've been getting money with the same bitches, and every time you see me with the same bitches.
30 bottles, 10 bitches. Different city, but I'm with the same niggas. 30 bottles, 10 bitches. Different city, but I'm with the same niggas. Shout out to my dog Rollin', that's the OG. Know I got the streets on lock like a dope key. My nigga Big Tuna saying get back on that street shit. Junior that new wave, got these niggas CC. Started out on hate, made it out of EC. Now they bought my shit in Houston like Lil Kiki. Dove said he had to send his bitch to law school. 5 bitches in the Benz, that's a carpool. Real niggas screaming, keep doing your thing, homie. City screaming, Brian, go and get that ring, homie. Brand new rolls, had to whip that bitch with 2 hands. Free dope boy, bitch, I need them freak bands. Hey, your baby mama is a cheater, nigga. I gave her cheese for that pussy like a piece of nigga. Her code 69 on my beeper, nigga. I'm a twin, that's my motherfucker squeezer, nigga. And we the same niggas, same niggas. Different city, but I'm with the same niggas. Same niggas, same niggas. Different city, but I'm with the same niggas. 30 bottles, 10 bitches. Different city, but I'm with the same niggas. 50 pints, 100 bitches, 20 pistols. Smoking out a different pound with the same niggas. Rap money, trap money, that's the same skriller. I had to cut that nigga off, man, cause I ain't feel him. Don't give a fuck that nigga and everybody with him. All I talk about is the streets because I'm really in them. $500,000 worth of kill, I wrap them up and send them. I hit the trap and get rid of them with my same niggas. Different bitch, same click, now on switch. 30 round extended clip, now on miss. Got a thick red bitch, go to Ole Miss. 60K on my wrist, I just took a shit and I'm with the same niggas. Same niggas. Different city, but I'm with the same niggas. Same niggas. Same niggas. Different city, but I'm with the same niggas. 30 bottles, 10 bitches. Different city, but I'm with the same niggas.
Different city, but I'm with the same niggas. I don't borrow jewelry, got the same glitter. I just came to do me, you just ain't bitter. That my life is a movie, you ain't seen, nigga. Look at my watch, that's 30,000. Look at my drop, that's fucking style. Pirelli on the wheels, heavy on the chills. Name goes in the field, major without a deal. SB records, be the fucking streets. Young Troy, yeah, I'm a fucking beast. Now I wave the flag for the fucking East. I used to use glass when I'm busting keys.
I've been getting money with the same bitches. And every time you see me with the same bitches. I've been getting money with the same bitches. And every time you see me with the same bitches.
Check me out. Hold up, hold up. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Yo, bitch gone in 60 seconds. Smoking on some kill. Still live, still live. Bitch, I'm throwing L's and I'm still winning. Switch the flow up. They pay me to show up. Keep the same group, but I always switch the hoe up. Same drink, got the dark with the cola. Bitches coming tools to the boat like Noah. God damn it, got scales in the spot. Don't panic. And that boy got more brothers than Janet. And they be wildin' out. No Nick Cannon. Get drunk, have a baby, don't plan it. Still standing with the
30 bottles, 10 bitches. Different city, but I'm with the same niggas. 30 bottles, 10 bitches. Different city, but I'm with the same niggas.
I told you, we are Midwest Music since 1974 radio on the MSC Radio Network.
That was definitely good. The date was a good day. We back on Since1974radio.com. This is the yet to be titled show with Desmond Carter. I am the DJ.
I am the DJ.
Yeah, you know that's what I was like
that a little bit.
Show. The I am the DJ show. You know, I am the DJ. THA, I am THA DJ. Okay, we gonna wrap the show up. We just played some Cleveland songs. Shout out to the Cavs. They doing their damn thing tonight. But there was something disturbing that happened over the weekend. What day did the verdict come down? Did that come? Was that?
I want to say it was Friday.
Maybe Friday.
Yeah, because game 3 was Saturday, so it was Friday.
So for anybody that is not familiar with this, because I know we'd be having people listening from all over the place, so I'm gonna just give you a basic rundown of the situation. I'm not an expert on it, so I'm gonna try not to say anything that I don't know, at least for sure, that I've read. But there was a gentleman and a woman who were involved in a 22-mile police chase throughout the streets of Cleveland that involved up to 62 police cars. So you got
62 police cars for 2 people.
22 miles. So I mean, throughout the course of 22 miles, I mean, you average that's about 3 cops per mile joining the chase.
All because the car backfired? That's what started it, right?
Was a turn signal violation. The license plate check came clean. The license plate check was fine, but there was a turning violation, and that's when the lights came on, and they didn't want to stop.
See, it was my understanding that they rolled back past the justice system and the car backfired, which is what led to the pursuit.
Really?
They thought that There was a couple of police officers standing outside the justice system as they rolled by. The car backfired, and they thought that they were shooting at them, what started the pursuit and the shooting, because they were shooting at them as they were pursuing them. That's what makes it so fucked up. Like, these people didn't even have no gun.
I'm not sure. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Now see. Now that's crazy. That's crazy. But they said they didn't. They said they didn't. What I'm reading right now is that they didn't start shooting at them until they stopped. Until he rammed the police car in the middle school parking lot. And that's when the bullets started flying.
Now, if you watch that video of the whole chase, because the chase is all of its own.
Right.
You see, the bullets flying and the sparks. You know what I'm saying?
Now this is what bothers me about this as I'm reading this. What ends up happening is over 100 shots end up. Once the car stops, these officers let off over 100 shots. Then
they were shooting at each other.
After they were shooting at each other. Then after all of that, hero cop Michael Brillo, the hero, jumps on top of the car.
Clint Eastwood.
And shoots 15 times?
40 times. He emptied 2 clips.
It said he jumped the top hood of Russell's car and fired at least 15 shots downward through the windshield and to the victims at close range as he stood on the hood of Mr. Russell's car. He said, "I've never been so afraid in my life. I thought my partner and I would be shot and that we were going to be killed, at which point I drew my weapon and I shot through the windshield at the suspect." So now, let's recount this. First, you had cops thinking that a car backfiring was them getting shot at. Now, despite nothing getting broken, you know, no sparks, it was a fucking car backfiring. They thought that was a shot. Then you've got officers shooting at each other, basically lighting up a car. And you gonna tell me that this dude thought he was getting shot at?
Never not one bullet came from outside that car. They didn't have a gun.
And he thought he was getting shot at?
And if you thought you was getting shot at, why your ass ain't hide behind the car?
Why would you jump on the hood? Jump on the hood if you thought that these people had guns and was shooting at you, and after 100 other rounds was let off into the car. If at that point you thought that they were still a threat as a police officer, your training is to then jump on top of the car and start shooting through the windshield? That's what they train you to do when you and your partner's life is in danger, to jump on top of the car and start shooting through the windshield? That's some fucking Bruce Willis.
Dude, and this the other thing that kind of bugged me about the whole case.
What?
Is the prosecution and the defense rested on May 6th. So that was almost 20-something days.
Yeah.
That it wasn't no jury, because that's the other thing.
It was just one dude.
Don't no police ever. I ain't never heard nobody that didn't. Police, law enforcement, George Zimmerman. Maybe George Zimmerman might have been the only one. I don't even think he had a jury. It was just a judge that decided his fate. Yeah. I don't understand that. Like, if I shoot and kill you, it's gonna be a jury. But that's neither here nor there. This judge had 20-something days to decide this man's fate, and I'm sure with the explanation that he came up with, that he read out in court the other day, he knew after day 2 or 3 that he wasn't gonna find this dude guilty. You know, and you knew it because of all the planning that the city of Cleveland did.
Right.
If you peep what happened last Friday, they was prepared. They had called the National Guards down 2 weeks prior. Mm-hmm. They had snipers on the roof at the Capitol. I mean, at the courthouse. You know what I'm saying? So they knew 2 or 3 weeks ago that this dude was supposed to be found not guilty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he waited right up to Memorial Day weekend, big things going on to, you know.
Yeah.
And then for him to say the reason why he let him off on all charges. Or what was it, 9 something charges?
Yeah,
was
they
charged
found
with?
him. Well, to get technical as far as the charges and you know why he was acquitted was because they could not prove that it was his shot.
His shot
that killed them.
That killed them. But this motherfucker jumped on the hood. Okay, if it wasn't his shot, it was one of the other police officers' shot that killed them. So maybe y'all need to find out. Cause if I had did some shit like that, y'all goddamn show. If me and 10 of my homies walked up and guess what? All of us are guilty by association. So everybody that discharged the bullet should be catching some kind of murder case 2-3 years, but nothing.
Especially when you take into it. What it sounds like to me, man, was you had a whole bunch of pissed off ass cops that was mad and because they had just got led on a 22-mile chase and they was pissed off and they was ready to let some shit off.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And Melissa Williams and Timothy Russell, may they rest in peace. At the same time, you know, I would be remiss at this point if I did not mention something that I bring up in a lot of these cases with this situation, with Freddie Gray, with Michael Brown, Eric Garner,
Sean Bell, and on and on and on and on and on.
These are people,
humans,
you know. But I'm kind of about to say something different right here. I'm gonna say something different right here real quick. In a lot of these situations, these were people who were committing crimes. Now, by no means should their life have been taken away from them or nothing like that. And maybe the police are trying to use these people as examples to say, don't run from the cops. Don't do this. Don't do that. Or we just might shoot you and kill you. That's not cool, man. You shouldn't be committing crimes, but regardless of what crime you're committing, unless you are definitely threatening somebody's life, should the police ever use any type of force like that?
I think I know what'll make us feel better. And we gotta get ready to get out of here, but I think I know what'll make us feel better. If the police start shooting some white people. If CNN would just put on the news, you know, a couple of white people were shot by the police, we'll feel better because we just feel like you just doing it to us.
Yeah, because every time, man, and you look at them and it's like, yeah, when am I gonna see that video?
Where is our Latino brothers at? Why y'all not getting shot?
Yeah, it's crazy.
We feel better. If the Chinese motherfucker catch a bullet from the police, we feel better.
And one more thing about this preload thing that I want y'all to know is the city of Cleveland settled with each of the families for almost $900,000. So you got about $1.5 million, $2 million settlement, because the city of Cleveland knew that they was wrong. So in this situation, it's like the OJ trial, to where the public, you ask the public, OJ was guilty as hell. Okay.
No, he wasn't.
But they couldn't prove it. They couldn't prove it.
OJ's son did it.
See? Yeah, they couldn't prove it. Just like the judge in this situation said you could not prove which officer killed those people. Yet they were found liable.
That shit would not have worked for us. All of our ass would be in jail. All of us.
You talking about if we was OJ?
No, if we as a gang had mounted up on the motherfucker.
That's a good ass.
All of us would be in jail.
That's a good ass. That is damn. And that's how we gonna leave this one. You bring this up at work tomorrow, and you say if 100 motherfuckers just showed up somewhere and shot, and you knew who all these 100 people was.
Yep.
You knew all of them, and they shot somebody.
One of y'all
but
killed
you didn't know which one did it.
All y'all going to jail.
They all going to jail, ain't they? They all going to jail.
Even if me and you go somewhere, and I'm with you and I'm driving, and you pop a motherfucker, come jump back in the car, and I drive up.
You going to jail?
I'm going to jail because I was with you, bro. I'm associated with that crime.
The nigga in the back seat, sleep. Going too.
Going to jail.
He going too.
Then fucked his night up.
Damn.
The nigga on the couch.
Damn.
We gotta get ready to get out of here, man.
Hey, it was cool kicking it with y'all, man. I am the DJ. Shout out to Ty in the booth.
I'll be back tomorrow at noon to 10 p.m. with the Midwest best independent hip hop and R&B. We do it Monday through Friday.
I'll catch y'all next Tuesday. We out.
Peace.
That shit is crazy, man.